Sheikh Hasina won a fifth term as Prime Minister of Bangladesh Saturday, the first in a series of major elections across the world this year. Taiwan will hold its presidential election on January 13th. China's threat to retake the island by force looms over the vote.
We are not only choosing Taiwan's future leaders to decide on the country's future, but also deciding on the peace and stability of the Indo-Pacific region. Is that right?
Indonesia is set to choose a new president next month to rule the nation of 277 million people, making it one of the world's biggest votes held on a single day. Pakistan will hold parliamentary elections in February, where opposition leader and former Prime Minister Imran Khan remains jailed on charges of leaking state secrets, which he denies. Russians will vote in presidential elections in March, and incumbent Vladimir Putin is all but certain to win.
He has control of all of the administrative machinery required to make sure that a crushing vote in favor of him is delivered, and we get another 6 years of Putin up to at least 2030.
India, the world's biggest democracy, will hold parliamentary elections between April and May, with the Bharatiya Janata or BJP party under Prime Minister Narendra Modi ahead in the polls.
These are very significant elections because there are clearly two opinions in the country at the moment. One is that BJP is polarizing society on communal lines, and on the other hand there is opinion that BJP is focusing more on national security.
On June 2nd, Mexico is due to hold presidential elections, which could herald a new milestone.
It is also a historic event because of the possibility that, for the first time, a woman will govern Mexico.
The European Union is set to hold parliamentary elections in June, representing more than 500 million people, amid a resurgence in support for right-wing populist parties. Britain is scheduled to hold elections before the end of the year, with polls suggesting opposition Labour Party leader Keir Starmer is on course to end a tumultuous 14 years of Conservative rule. On November 5th, Americans will decide whether to give Democrat Joe Biden a second term as US president or choose a Republican alternative, with Donald Trump seemingly his most likely opponent. Either result will have global ramifications.
In the European context, there are all sorts of fears that, Donald Trump could very, very quickly undermine NATO.
In the coming year, voters are set to wield their democratic power on an unprecedented scale, and the consequences will likely be felt for decades to come. Henry Ridgwell, VOA News, London.